Hello everyone, welcome back to Blood Omen. Last time we got kicked out by Malik from his bastion without managing to kill him. And our immediate objective is locating the Oracle, but first of all I'm showing off why the axes are completely useless in actual combat conditions. Despite looking extremely cool.
Victus! Victus!
And you can't even turn on the barrier to protect yourself from ranged attacks because axes prevent you from employing magic. And to be honest, I was very surprised that I managed to pull that thing off even once. So now we are going to... Well, in fact, we've already gone through Ptarmigan Forest. We are going to see the Oracle's caves.
High upon the face of these cliffs, hidden amongst the complex network of caves, the underground sanctity of the wise Oracle of Nosgoth lay sleeping. Perhaps it was time to brave the winds and seek out this Oracle from the vantage point of the heavens.
Oh, little vampire, the game grows interesting. But with so many pawns, can you find the true player?
Well, it's gonna take us a while before we can find the true player. In fact, it's gonna take us until the middle of Defiance. Now, before proceeding to the Oracle's caves, we are going to get a new spell called Stun.
The human mind is a fragile thing. One minor shock properly timed can render them catatonic and ripe for feeding.
Victus!
And in this room, they forced us to, well, supposedly use Stun, although in reality you can use any ranged spell or artifact. And I don't think I will use Stun ever again. Because Stun is essentially a mana-consuming ranged form of mace. The problem with Stun is that it only really works against singular enemies. And when there are many enemies, you'll get one of them stunned, but everyone else is going to keep attacking you. And the result, you won't be able to feed, and by the time you're done with the other enemies, the one you stunned will recover. And that makes it more trouble than it's worth. It's easier to just kill everyone except one or two enemies and just feed on them in a more traditional way.
Victus!
there is nothing down here. And we have to go up.
Even the gentle snowfall is lethal to a vampire's well-being.
Well, it is not for long. And this is the first part of the Oracle's Caves. The Oracle's Caves are split into two major sections, which I call the brown section and the blue section, because that is exactly what they look like. And the brown part, the first part, contains one location which is not obvious you should go to because it has branching paths. And the location I'm talking about is a blood fountain, which I hope I will be able to find, because despite having played through this like 3 or 4 times even before recording this, I still get lost here all the time, and I can't remember which part of the caves is in which direction, so I will end up cutting this, but later, because I don't want this to get interrupted.
Be victors!
Unfortunately, with the exception of the branching paths and some extremely infuriating parts, there is nothing interesting about these caves. Well, the only thing that is noteworthy of them is the fact that we revisit them in the first Soul Reaper in the end game, where they are, if my memory serves me right, just as bad as here, but for different reasons. Basically, they are the poster children for bad design decisions in Blood Omen and in Soul Reaver. Because I hope I remember it correctly, but I think that in Soul Reaver it has one of those abhorrent block puzzles and some other puzzles too. And this is the second part, and I do not want to go there yet, and in fact I will cut this to the place where we need to be. Okay, so now we are going in the right direction towards the blood fountain, which will, spoiler, protect us from the snowfall. The snowfall, while not exactly lethal as Kain said, does deal some minor damage.
The blood of ages flows so sweet. Come, drink from us. The snow will do you no harm, for our blood preserves.
And now I cut back to the second stage of the caves. So, we're here, and I absolutely hate this part. The reason for that is that this part of the caves is nothing but a set of traps, destructible items, which sometimes contain useful stuff and are a huge cock tease, because one of them has a blood vial which you don't want to miss, and has a bunch of branching paths that exist for a reason no other than to f with the player. And in addition to this, it has destructible items, these gravestones and stalagmites, I think they're called stalagmites, which you need to use mace to destroy. But at the same time you have monster type enemies against which the mace is completely useless. And this makes it all so much worse. And make no mistake, what you are seeing here right now is exactly what you are going to see throughout the entirety of the of this part of the level. And as such, I give you a choice, because a choice is the running theme in this series. You don't get to make any choices, but it is a running theme in the story. You can click on the kitten and skip this to the relevant part, to the interesting part. Or you can stay here with me and watch as I play through this and suffer through this, even though this is not the first time I'm playing through this part. The choice is yours. The kitten will stay here. Feel free to click whenever you are sufficiently bored. And to everyone else, see you in the Oracle's Museum.
Be victors! Be victors! Ve Victus! 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 Ve Victus!
Spiked iron sword. Spiked mace. Spike iron sword. Iron spiked mace.
Ve Victus! 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 Ve Victus!
And we are finally at the end of this god-awful place. So the next stop is the Oracle's Museum. And the Oracle himself. And unlike Malik, he is not going to kick us out. Now, speaking of the items in the Oracle Museum, they are actually pretty interesting, but spoilers.
A guillotine, its blade still wet with blood. The shield was newly crafted. Its metal shone brightly in the firelight. The crest, I did not recognize. Odd. This armor resembled that of the ward and his minions, yet the steel seemed newly fashioned and untarnished by time. I recognize this crest from my youth. 'Tis the sigil of the mighty lion of Willendorf, blood-stained and rusted upon this battered shield. Hidden amidst the many obscure artifacts in that museum, I discovered an ancient chronicle. This passage caught my eye. It was during these dark times, infested with the plague of the undead, that the Circle brought the Seraphan to existence. Trained to be devoutly loyal to the Circle and the perfect exterminators of the undead scourge, they were led to many victories by the righteous Paladin, Malek, protector of the Pillar of Conflict. They cleansed the vampires with fire and released their souls to more blessed realms. There is no wrath as terrible as that of the righteous. I'd read enough. At once, disgusted and intrigued, I placed the book back down in that museum.
Now, I do want to talk about these items, but there is no way to do this without spoiling half of the series. So I will use a bonus video for this, to which I will put a link somewhere here on the screen in an annotation.
A nobleman, seeking wisdom. Death has taught you well.
Enough philosophy, I seek answers.
Answers indeed. I have them all if you have the questions. And what are the questions for these answers? King Atmar, the only hope to defeat the legions of the Nemesis. King Atmar, paralyzed by his princess's malaise. King Atmar, the useless. Pray, good sir, what are the questions?
A pox upon your tricks and babble, old man. Answer me this. Who is Malek, and how can I defeat him?
All in time, Sirrah. Yes, time. Unless you master it, it will master you. And now it's time for your answer. Malek, defender of the Nine, and last of the Seraphim sorcerer priests. His vanity led to the slaughter of the Circle at the hands of the vampire Vorador. For his failing, his spirit was fused to a hellish set of magical armor. He has allowed no member of the Circle to fall since.
What of this Vorador?
Follow the glow of the Ignis Fatuus to the Termagant Forest.
Ignis Fatuus?
The Ignis Fatuus lights the path to hell, nobleman. Your path. Time, Kain? Next time.
And with this, we know our next objective. And with this, I will cut it off here, and thank you for watching, and I will see you next time, or in the bonus video, depending on your preference. Goodbye.